Equipment. So equipment, what I've got here is I've got Callaway Apex Pro irons, driver, 3-wood, rescue and putter. But anyway, what are the differences between the clubs? Beginner golfers first starting out, it can be a little bit confusing when it comes to equipment and how equipment differs from each other, what the general differences in clubs are. So the way I kind of word this is, beginner golfers, think about when you first start out, start with a club that's got a little more loft on it, maybe say a pitching wedge, a 9-iron, an 8-iron, just to try and get confident with the one club. But as we progress gradually towards the set, let's picture the shorter clubs, so let's picture the most lofted clubs. Like the previous video, how I carry a 4-iron and a pitching wedge, so the idea of having the 4-iron in the bag, that's my longest iron I carry, then I've got a 3-desk and then I've got a 3-wood and a driver. So the idea is, when you're setting up to the golf ball, I always try and keep the stance the same with golfers when they're hitting irons. Obviously when you're hitting driver it's slightly different. But anyway, what we're going to talk about is equipment. So if for example you've got the most lofted clubs in the bag are your pitching wedge, your sand wedge, your 9-iron, 8-iron. Wedge, sand wedge, 9-iron, 8-iron, these clubs have more loft because these are more about feel clubs, so getting the ball up in the air to stop the ball quickly. These are clubs that you would use quite close to the green, approximately within 120 yards of the green, depends how far you hit it. And then you've got the 7-iron, 6-iron, 5-iron, 4-iron. These clubs have slightly less loft, which means that they're going to go a little bit lower, and these clubs are slightly longer, meaning that we stand a little bit further away, and these clubs are going to be for further shots away from the green. So it's important to think about the main common aspects of it. So we're going to discuss equipment, then we're going to follow on with the setup in the next video. So club face is pointing straight towards the target, and the golf ball is in line with the middle of the club face, almost in this direction. If that club face gets too far open, then the ball's going to go out to the right. If the club face is too far to the left, the ball's going to go out to the left. So think about the idea as we hit the golf ball with the club head. The shaft is the engine of the golf club, and the grip is where we position our hands. So it's important to think about whatever we do, our hands influences the way this face twists, meaning if it opens or closes. So put your hands on the club, on the grip, and that's where we're going to manufacture the shot. And the idea here is to try and make contact with the middle of the club face. So, and the club's got something known as loft. So the more loft the club has got, the higher the ball flight. The less loft the club's got, the lower the ball flight. Our clubs is the clubs that will give you more trajectory, a higher trajectory and more feel around the greens. And the longer clubs are clubs that will give you more distance.